Hi everyone, thanks for joining us again this week. We're in Death Valley again. So this mine here we're flying over is one right on the border of Death Valley called the Gold Ace. We'll show you that and a bunch of other mines that are pretty cool around here. Before we show you this one, we're going to head into Death Valley and show you the Badwater Basin. Really cool area. It's 282 feet below sea level. Interesting area. And also the Keane Wonder Mine, which is also right in Death Valley. And we'll show you that one. And then we'll come back to this one here, the Gold Ace, and show you a bunch of mines around there. Most of it's probably mental. You don't like dark places that are wet and you're claustrophobic. You have a bunch of phobias and stuff, but it's not going to be the place for you. This is a Badwater Basin, and according to legend, there was a miner that come along with his mule, and his mule wouldn't drink the water, and then he wrote on his map, Badwater. That's how it's got the name. So this is the Keane Wonder Mine, also in Death Valley. Pretty popular place for tourists to come to look at. It's a big tramway going way to the top of the mountain. And this is the Gold Ace. So this is a really kind of a cool mine. It's not very far from Beatty. And if you're into collecting crystals, it's a really good place to go. And it's not too tough to get in there. And there's some awesome crystals. And lots of people, seems like they've went in there and got crystals out of there. So we had a couple samples we kept for it. Also really interesting timbering in there and some pillars. Here's some of the druzy quartz and the crystals and stuff that we saw in there. And it's not very far underground. So if you're into kind of getting that kind of stuff, it'd be a good place for you to check out. Fairly safe mine. There's nothing really crazy in there. And of course we did a little bit of roping in some other crazy mines we found there. Interesting lizard there. And this is another one that we went into that was pretty nasty. So we'll show you Death Valley and we'll get to the other mines here. All right, we're at the Badwater Basin. So the Badwater Basin is the hottest, driest, and the lowest place in North America. Since we're so far below sea level, the water actually from all the mountains and stuff, it goes down and then it seeps up through here like a spring. So this stuff's really salty. I tasted some of it. And that's where this water comes from, not from rain. Hardly ever rains here. But the water just seeps up through here because it's as low as it can go, right? It's almost like ice, you know? Interesting how the extremes of hot and cold, the similarities in it, and the landscape, and looks like you're walking on ice. But it's just salt, crystals of them. Hard to believe this isn't frozen. And it's middle of February. It looks like ice. It's about 20 degrees Celsius. Okay, we're probably at the most famous mine site in Death Valley, at least for tourists anyhow. So this is called the Keane Wonder Mine. And here's some pictures of it. Yeah. So this is kind of set up. It's only about 3 miles off the highway. Short tram towers are not very tall at all. I don't think I've ever seen them that short. Okay. Must have pretty small tram buckets here. These are just counterweights to keep the tension on the line. That's what it is. These are two big counterweights full of rocks to keep the tension on the track line. The track line is the top line that the cars ride on. The bottom line, the tension line, would have the bull wheel on it. And if you look over here, you can see the bull wheel. Part of the bull wheel is here. Let's see, what do we got here? The bull wheel was broken into pieces. There it is right there. There's the bull wheel there. You can see there. Okay, so the ore was dumped into these bins here. So the tram coming to here, I guess. The bull wheel was set up here somewhere. And they dumped the ore down in these bins here. And then from there they must have some trucks or something to to haul it out of here. They might have had a mill here. Kind of looks like they might have, yeah. So a little bit of different setup. We haven't seen one like this before. Not sure how this all actually worked. A lot of it's missing. It's difficult to say how it worked. That's a pretty neat setup. They're not even supposed to stay off of here, but these are in good shape. I ain't worried about it. They had cars on there and then just hoisted the cars up here to bring supplies up to the mine. Hooked it on up here. So yeah, the ore cars, the tram cars came around here. They were dumped here in this unloading station, and then they went back up empty in a circle. So the bull wheel's gone, the brakes are gone, but you know, a bunch of the structure remains. Yeah, there's the counterweights. They're pretty cool. So like you say, they just fill them full of rock and they just they suspend it there and they use them to tension the main line, keep it tight. That was their only function. Hello everyone, welcome to our latest adventure. We are in a place called Beatty. So you're looking at, we're just on the outskirts of Death Valley. There's a cool mine here called Gold Ace. We're going to have a look at that one. Maybe that a compressor here, they wouldn't have a hoist here. There's a number of adits here. These ones didn't go anywhere. We just had a quick look at them. This goes in quite a long way, so we'll just get right to this part here. And we saw some tracks here and a bunch of holes going down to lower levels. Yeah, there's quite a few openings here. It almost seems like they should just mine the whole thing. By the time you take out what's left there between the holes, not much. Alright, so we're going to check out this adit here. It's called the Gold Ace. And we got a cool little ore chute right here. And it may connect to the big main hollow, we'll see. Yeah, Nevada sure has a lot of cool mines. There's a hole going down here quite a ways. Now it's going to lead to lower levels, but we're going to end up down there pretty quick anyhow, so no problem. Watch out for these holes. There are lots of holes here. You don't want to slip down any of these holes. Alright, so I'm thinking, somebody's a little test drilling here. Probably goes up too. Yeah, it does too. Not to the surface, but must be quite a shock when you're doing a drill hole like that and all of a sudden you lose the drill. Okay, so there's a dump here, so yeah, you can see an ore chute down there. It's not very far down to the level below us. Alright, let's head down this way and have a look and see what we can find here. It's going to be a pretty extensive level below us because you can see all these holes going down. Yeah, look at these cool pillars. I'll stick to the right here. Alright, there's the ore dump where Sharon is. Oh, there's lots of cool crystals around here too. And there's a pillar going this way, and we'll see how far we can get back into here. Oh, lots of beer cans in American mines. In Mexico, it's all paint. In the States, beer cans. Alright, we're going to carry on to the right here. See how far we can get going this way. So far, all these holes have been pretty shallow, but hopefully we're going to get further down. We know there's another level below us. There's a fire here. I know there's a level above us too. There's a little pocket here that people mined, and there was crystals in here. They took a hammer and chopped them up. Dug out crystals and stuff. You can see them all over the place. Yeah. Took a big hammer and broke all that away, you might be able to find yourself some nice crystals. Yeah. Well, I don't know how much further this is going to go. Not very far by the looks of it. We were just up there. You can see it looking down. There's lower levels. I'm not sure how we're going to get into them. Maybe the next level down is a pretty major level. Might have to go back and get a rope. Not that far down, but it's a ways. This top level is not very extensive. See, that's where all those crystals are in here. Somebody dug that all out. I bet you if you took a hammer and smashed all this out of here,
there's lots of
there'd be maybe some decent sized crystals in there. I don't know. I think I found my way down to the main level. So this level wasn't too extensive, but there's a bit of a decline. And there's a ladder too, but why would you take a ladder when you walk down a decline? Poor Sharon on her bad hand too, though. She just had carpal tunnel surgery and right on the worst spot too. Maybe it'll bring that stitch out. She was missing a stitch. Now, okay, so got a bit of a decline here. We'll make it nice and easy. So it must have been the main hall level down here that's blocked off. I don't see it anymore. It's interesting, looks like an arrow going that way. Just natural though. Well, we'll go to the right. It says out, that's good. That means that there's a possibility you can get lost. Not us, but some people. 5,000, you think it's 5,000 feet here? I think so. A little bit cooler than Death Valley. It's kind of nice. Death Valley is actually below sea level in some places. Oh yeah. There, number one. Overpass. We saw some of these overpasses up there. I bet you this is the main hall level. Well, lots of crystals in this mine. Yeah, you can see this. This is a good place for people to come collect crystals. Neat. There's a cluster of crystals there. I haven't seen that many crystals in mines, but there's lots here. See all the crystals there? Everywhere. Look at these little, not the best samples, I guess, but yeah. Look at all these samples here.
Oh,
wow, look at this.
wow. A big pocket of
All the way up in there.
That's probably where all these big pieces.
Yeah, crystal collectors have been in here. All kinds of pockets of. Wow, look at that. Doesn't that look neat? Called druzy quartz, I think. Yeah. Pretty interesting crystal formations. Wow, all the way in there. And also they're very hard. You need tools to collect any samples. Oh, there's a nice kind of a piece there, but
Whoa. You see back in here.
yeah, there's all kinds of cool. There's a nice little piece here. Okay. Now that ladder looks a little sketchy, huh? Another ore chute. I'm betting this is plugged off somewhere where it used to be the exit for the mine. Getting cooler here. We're going to get any further here. Lots of ore bins, or ore chutes. Kind of cold in here. That goes a ways. I better wait for my wingman there. Yeah, looks pretty interesting. Chute number 3. Oh, look at this, nice. Beautiful. Huh. Now we're going to continue on down this way. See if we can see anything else. Bit of timbering in here, another horse chute. It's cool in here. Oh, I see a little bit of daylight back here somewhere. Now, there's one of the big holes we're looking at from when we first came in. It was never that far looking up. We're looking down on things with a long ways. Funny how that works. We'll continue along the main hall. There are lots of horse chutes in here. This is a cool place for collecting crystals if a person's looking for crystals. Getting shorter and shorter in here. Seems, I think I can follow Sharon's footsteps. Oh, you're trying to hide on me and scare me?
Should've went up there.
Is that where we came from?
Nope, that's
Nope.
a dead end.
You weren't allowed to go there, that's to your left.
I was cheating.
Don't you know the rules? Somebody had a little campfire in here. That's against the rules.
It was down some more.
Good. Let's go down. Down to the ground to get out of the rain boom boom boom.
Oh, it
looks
doesn't
like
go
that.
anywhere.
Here, you want to hold this for me? And I'll scamper down there.
This?
Yeah. Friggin' hammers, eh? It's just the winds that don't go anywhere, so. To the right.
To the right.
And there we are. I think we went in a big circle. It says out. So if it goes up a decline, that is indeed the way out. The size of that timber. A big, must be about 16, 12 by 12, eh? Yeah, pretty fair size. Looks like a sheep been in here too. Get out of the weather. The muddle's just taken everything. They didn't leave much. Well, even though this mine's not that extensive, it sure got some pretty pictures in here, that's for sure. Isn't that cool, the way the light streams in? All these different holes. Okay, we got another mine we can check out just up the road. Can't remember what it's called, but we'll tell you when we get there. There's another little one just right in the same area. I don't think it'll go very far, but you never know. Yep, you're right, didn't go in very far. And it looks like they were prospecting as much as anything else in this whole area. Whole little holes everywhere, but no big rock piles anywhere. Huh. What I found here. You may have missed us, but you found one of our rugged coins. We've been hiking around the U.S. leaving our brand some truly unique places. Challenge to write a short story about your hike to this day. Submit that to our website. The coin is yours to keep, of course. Oh. Let's have a look at this coin. Oh, wow. It's a cool coin. Congratulations. Cool. Sharon will be pissed off. She never found it. Ooh, it's got a racing stripe on him.
Yeah, he's very cool colors. He's green and orange, brown, but whoa.
You think he's gonna bite?
I know, that's what I was like, can he jump and attack?
I wouldn't think so. He's kind of run out of places to hide. I don't think the camouflage is working there, buddy. I think the jig is up. You've been spotted. You could just pick him up just about, eh?
Yeah, no, I'm not. You could see, he might bite.
There, we found us and had it. Seen it from across the valley, so see what we got here. Wow, look at that. Nice door here. Looks pretty neat. There's another little shaft here, so we're just going to have a look in here. Alright, saying at it. See if there's anything to see in here other than rats. Looks like just a rat's nest. That's about it. There's the attic going up there. And there's just a dead end there, doesn't go anywhere. Let's see what else we can maybe find in here. That one looks like it ends here. Sheep have been in here a ways, huh? Didn't want to trap one of them in here. Yeah, so we've got a bit of a room in here. Pillar in the middle. A little ladder going this way. And that is about it. Nothing too exciting. Huh. Ooh, it looks really scary. Can we do it? Don't fall in the hole. Got a nice little gate. Try and keep the donkeys out. Oh, it looks pretty nice. Little winds here. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna have much of a mine. Looks like there was an ore pass above us. Oh, it carries on though. That's pretty old. A little homemade ore chute. That'd be about it, maybe. Okay, so we've got a couple other mines we can show you, and we'll get back to them in a few minutes, and a real nasty one we're roping into. But got some cool drone footage we share with you guys, and it's just stunning scenes in Death Valley in that area where there's no trees or anything like that. Some places looks like you're on the moon there, so really big help to have the drone to fly over these areas. You can see the roads from a long ways away with the drone if you kind of follow the roads into the mines and the mountains and stuff, and a lot of fun with the side-by-side going around checking out all these little roads and trails in the desert and getting to some of these areas. And some of them are fairly remote if the road's blocked off, you got to walk a little bit, and we found some pretty cool mines up there. But yeah, you can imagine how much work it was for the prospectors back in the day. You know, this is the middle of winter. It's actually fairly cool, you know, in the 80s and 90s. But can imagine what it's like during the heat of the summer with no water or shade or anything like that, getting around here prospecting some of these areas. So in the middle of the picture, you can see a bunch of scratch marks up there. Those are for more recent times. With a cat or something, they went up there, and they're doing a little bit of prospecting and some diamond drill holes and whatnot in the area. There's not much mining in the area at all anymore. Pretty much all been banned in Death Valley. There's some old claims and stuff where people kind of pick away, but there's no serious mines that we saw in Death Valley. So if you're looking to see some of these little holes, and these are some of the ones that we went into. A bunch of them we never even filmed. You know, there wasn't much there, but we did get to rope into one pretty cool, and we'll show you at the very end of the show. So that's what I really enjoy, going into some of these more obscure shafts that very few people have went into. That's you know, pretty dicey actually going down into some of them. And so back, this is the Gold Ace that we went into there. And pretty interesting to seeing all these. It almost should have been like an open pit. There's so much that was mined out of the area. If you look along where I'm standing there, this was actually a little railway that went to another mine that joined the Gold Ace up with one that was beside it. And then they brought the ore over to the Gold Ace and into that ore bin. So it was kind of interesting to see that. A little railway that just went to another mine that connected them together. So you've seen, we actually were in this part here just a little bit earlier here. And the ore bin is pretty cool there. And the waste rock pile there, they had a big waste rock pile and they built it, they kind of gobbed it up on the outside, which actually looks really cool too. So I'm not really sure why they built that wall there, but you know, I'll show you. It's at the very end of the shot here. It's kind of neat. So the tram, so they brought the ore down into the bin there on the road. And this was actually all collapsed. This is where the main haul level is, right below that, but you can't see it. When we're inside, you could see it's right there. And then there's the top part of the mine. So, all right, so we'll get into some of these other mines we can explore for you, and we'll rope down that really nasty one at the end. Okay, so there's a little shaft here, close to the Gold Ace. Looks like it goes down quite a ways. Got some rotten ladders on it, straight up and down. Kind of one of my favorite things. Some usable rungs, possibly. Makes it a little easier to come back up. Yeah, the rope's not going to be great. That board doesn't fall. I don't think so. Alright. Let's head her down the shaft. What's that crack I hear? Can't be anywhere near as far down as the other one was. Keep my beard out of there. And not go anywhere. Oh no, there's a level there. Looks like. Yeah, level in the sump. Yeah. Is it a level? Yep. There's not much of a level, but something. Might even go further. Let's just keep going down then. Yeah, maybe something down here too. 2 levels maybe. See if there's anything here. Nope. Nothing here. A golf ball. That's it. Golf ball. Alright. We'll need our other rigging to get up now. Got a foot strap, our safety. Put the rope through the crawl. Like so. That's all there is to it. Where do we go up? So what we'll probably do is we'll just go to the next. Kind of a mess here, huh? So we got one cross cut we can check out. See where that's going to go. Yeah, Not much here. And that's it. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah. Should be plugged here. So it wasn't really worth the trip down here, but nice hanging wall. But that's the way it goes. You know, sometimes you take a risk and go down one of these places and find something really cool. Other times it's like this. You just take a trip down here. Alright, well, we'll put our stuff on and head back up. I hit the back with my head and a whole bunch of rock fell off. Nothing in here anymore. No case of dynamite hiding in here, nothing, no? I don't think so. Just making it dusty for no reason. Alright. Sorry, that's all we can show you. Alright, so that's not very far up. Or down. So here we go. It's a lot easier using your legs to lift yourself up than your arms. Even though naturally you just try to end up using your arms too much. It makes you tired. But so when you're going up, you got all kinds of stuff you can. When you go on your tippy toes, catch on the crawl, tippy toes as high as you can. And then see there you'll have a ledge, even something like that. Jump up on it. See? You can go like this. No, there's no reason why you can't use your arms, but don't use them anymore than you have to. It's like a ballerina. You try to get on your tippy toes and get up, get the weight on your crawl all the time. Nothing too fancy about this shaft, huh? Nor that ladder, nothing too fancy about it, yeah. Alright. There we go, pretty easy. See, even a crappy ladder is an advantage over no ladder, I think. Yeah, sometimes end up being a little short of. Yeah, so you've got to do is let down a little further. There we go. Yeah, it wasn't too exciting. Hi everyone, thanks for joining us this week. We have a show every week, so we'll see you next week. Check out our new merch page. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Music is by the Baddest.